Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. My name is Pope Francis, the late pontiff, was laid to rest on Saturday, the 26th of April, 2025. This gentleman presided over the Catholic Church for probably around 50 years or thereabout. And within this period, the man lived and emulated a life of simplicity. He identified with the poor, and also he came across as a person who saw humanity as the focal point of his papacy. He believed in the human race. He believed in love as being the main unifier of the human race. And most especially, he also tried to sort of demystify the post of the papacy. He tried to demystify it. He lived a very ordinary life. And at the end of his life, it actually surprisingly turned out that he only had $100 in his account. But that's the significance of that simply sort of shows that he lived his life for humanity. He believed in charity, and most especially believed in a situation whereby there is sort of equity in a world which is full of inequality. Here was a man who believed very strongly that the dignity of the person sort of supersedes anything else. And that was the reason why he sort of advocated for migrants to be treated fairly, especially people who were crossing the Mediterranean into Europe. He advocated that they should be treated fairly. And also on the basis of that, he also sort of advocated for a fairer global system, whereby, thereby there's an element of fairness in terms of the global trading system, whereby the gap between the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere is sort of not as wide as it is. He also sort of played his role in advocating for, should I say, treating the environment through having sort of more responsive approach towards climatic change. Sort of worked so hard assiduously in sort of campaigning and making advocacy where necessary in that regard. So I'll say that Pope Francis was a man who actually defied, should I say, his role as the head of the Catholic Church. And what do I mean by that? Now, prior to him becoming the Pope, going back hundreds of years, used to be seen as a very conservative office, a very conservative role, whereby they're usually seen and not heard. And as a result of that, there's so many situations, so many things that occurred over decades going back prior to him coming there, whereby you would expect the Pope as the head of the church to have to speak up, but he brought about a change to that office, making strong advocacy for the weak, the poor, and also sort of holding leaders to account, and also advocating for a fairer global system. So I would say the world is going to miss this gentleman. He did his bit, came, saw, and I would say conquered. So, I guess what I would simply say that we all have one or two things that we can sort of pick up and learn from the life of Pope Francis, born in 1936 and passed away at the age of 88 in 2025. So that's all for me to share with you on this matter. I'll just say good morning once again, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Thank you.